let's talk. Let's say you're actually, we could say it both ways. So let's say you're a business owner dealing with Nick and you're an agency owner dealing with Mark selling white label. Should they be going with an agency or with a contractor, and which is better in both scenarios? So it kind of plays on what we spoke about last week with agency versus hiring in-house. So kind of the same vein, but a little bit different. Nick, what's your take? Hiring an agency versus hiring a contractor to fill the work?
Well, full disclosure, I wanted to be a contractor when I started down this path. I wanted to be a consultant that was
solo. My mom.
Yeah. Yeah. I really, and then became an agency based on what the needs of my clients were. Right. So I don't think there's anything wrong with contractors. I think the difference that you get with contractors to agencies is sometimes contractors can actually be more expensive than agencies because agencies like mine are dealing with the with the law of efficiencies. So we've got 165 active clients. So we have people that are specializing in specific things inside a niche, inside Google, inside of Facebook, inside all those paths. So when you're working with an agency, depending on what kind of conversations you have with the agency and depending on how committed they are to your success, I think the agency will win over on that because there might be things that turn up that a contractor or you just wouldn't see, right? Unless that contractor is coming in and presenting themselves as the contractor and then have a bunch of back office help as well. But if you have a contractor come in, I think that contractor's job is potentially more or less to advise and point, hey, do this, this, and this. And that's more of a consultant contractor in that sense too. So there's only so much time in the day for a contractor to do work. You're probably going to pay, like, if somebody was to come to me and said, I want you to work on my stuff, I don't want anybody in your office to work on it, I'm going to charge an absorbent amount of money to make them turn away from that idea. And then even at that time, my time's limited. So, I might not be the best for a certain aspect. If they're asking for display, if they're asking for YouTube inside their Google ads, I'm not the specialist in the office for that. So I think that's short-sighted to do that. It all depends on the situation though.
Got it. All right. Mark, how about you?
Yeah, there's all kinds of different aspects of that you could talk about. I think one of the things that you have to look at is, are they a new contractor? Are they just new to the contracting world, or are they an experienced contractor? If they're an experienced contractor, they've been doing it for a while, they've already figured out what their rates are. They're probably more expensive. They're probably less likely to prioritize you. So if you want someone who's readily available most of the time and is really hungry, then you have a new contractor that might not know as much and might not have as much experience. You really have to know what you're looking for again when you hire that contractor. And I would recommend, if you go down that route, use them for a few small hour projects here and there, get the sense of them. The other thing with contractors is they have a tendency to disappear sometimes. If a contractor finds someone who's more important than you,
yep,
or pays more money than you, they're going to be real hard to get a hold of.
Right.
And I don't blame them.
Yep.
Frankly, I would do it. Now, the other thing is, if they're large enough, are they really a contractor, or they're a contractor that's kind of an agency in the background because they're subbing out the tasks and
Yep.
things like that. The other thing from our perspective, there's advantages to being a contractor as opposed to running an agency. And Nick brought some of that up. We didn't, most of us start out as contractors, and you have to make that difficult transition, which is something to talk about another day. But with the agency, we've got 5 builds going right now. You can't do that with a contractor. If someone brings us 3 new clients, we can build those because I know who's busy on the team. I can't design a landing page, so I'd have to contract that out anyway. We have people on our team that can build landing pages, and we have people on our team, frankly, that can look behind my launch and check out my campaign to see if I missed anything, to see if there's anything that I could do differently. You get different sets of eyes on things. So there's advantages and disadvantages, as in everything else. I think managing contractors is really hard, but it really suits when someone's a micromanager.
Yeah.
And possibly not looking to scale.
Got it. I like it. Okay. Couple of other things I'd throw in there. In my mind, when I think contractor versus an agency, I think contractors don't come with infrastructure, meaning
Mhm.
not coming with CallRail or a landing page software. So, or
Mhm.
call tracking or landing page software or reporting software. They tend to just go in, work with current infrastructure, currently, current Google Ads account, maybe website, no landing page, no call tracking, or maybe Google call tracking. So less bells and whistles to really dial in performance in a campaign. That I think should be standard out of the box if you're running an agency. I know Nick runs 2 websites and uses a different approach because of the niche he's in. Mark, I know you use landing pages, call tracking, reporting, and Nick, I know you do reporting. Whether it's free reporting with Data Studio or paid reporting, it's something I think needs to be built in if you're running an agency. And I don't think you're going to get that kind of stuff with a freelancer or a contractor. And then I think the biggest one is, or 2 biggest ones, is they do tend to disappear or have a propensity to disappear. So you have that lack of accountability, but then the better they get, the more they're going to charge, or the less they're going to be available to help you, on your account, just by sheer economics that they're in business for themselves. They want to make more money. The better they are, the more they attract. Either they have to charge more or put less time on your account.